Hey guys, welcome back to our channel. Today I will be talking about my story as a teen mom and 15 and pregnant, and I hope you guys enjoy it. It all started as me missing my period for 3 months. When I realized that I started missing my period for a long time, I googled it and it said it was completely normal, because if you were going through like depression or stress, so it would be normal. So I was like, don't worry about it. My mom would always ask me like, are you pregnant? Every single day in the morning, and I would say no. Like, I never done it before. When it came to 4 months of me missing my period, I started to get a little bit more worried. So I asked a friend in my classroom to like if she could get me a pregnancy test, and she said sure. So then a couple days later, she got me a pregnancy test, and I did it, but I didn't do it alone. I needed my best friend to be with me in the bathroom. We went to the restroom before dance class, and we did the test. I waited, 5 minutes, and I was really scared to look at it. So I picked it up, and I looked at it, and I just looked at her, and I just asked her like, am I pregnant? Like, I like handed it to her. I don't think she wanted to grab it. It was weird. So I think I hold it, but I showed her, and I was like, am I pregnant? And she said, I don't know, dude. And she was really scared and shocked. So I texted the girl, because at that time my friend was pregnant. So I was like, I'm just gonna ask her and see, what she tells me. So I asked her, and she said it was positive, but I still didn't believe her. So I started getting a little bit more scared, because I missed my period for like 4 months already, and the pregnancy it was positive. So I just wanted to ask my mom. One day I called my mom into my room. She came in and sat in the bed, and she asked me like, is this about John? Because I would always talk about my boyfriend, and I was like, no, it's not. And she asked like, okay, tell me. And my exact words were, I think I'm pregnant. My mom stood up, and she just looked at me, and she just like told me, think what you're gonna do. I was so confused at that time, so I just wanted to sleep. So I fell asleep for like about 5 minutes, and she woke me up by yelling my name. And I was just like, I looked at her, and I couldn't really see that well, because like I had a lot of water in my eye, because I was crying a lot, and just like, just crying. So she just asked me like, do you know what you're gonna do? And I just looked at her, and I'm like, no, I don't know. Yeah, I need time. She's like, well, think fast. The next day I texted my best friend, and I just told her what happened and how I told my mom. And we were both like kind of scared, because I didn't know what to do. And she was just there to support me. She was gonna support me whatever I chose to do. And so did my mom. My mom, in the beginning, she told me, I will support you in whatever you choose. And that was fine with me, because like support from your family is like really a blessing when you're going through that situation. Then I contacted my boyfriend, and I told him like, I'm pregnant, and he said, I don't believe you, like, show me proof. I showed him proof. I took a picture of the pregnancy test where it said it was positive, and he just asked me like, is it mine? And I was like, of course it's yours. Why are you asking? But I would understand why he was curious, because at that time we kind of just took a break from each other. So I would understand like why he would think it's not his. A few weeks later, I was in the car with my mom, and I was just talking to her like what I was planning, and like how I can just work things out. And I told her, I was like, I'm going to keep the baby. I'm sorry, but I'm going to keep the baby. By the way, I'm against abortion. I don't think it's the right thing to do. My boyfriend's against abortion, and we just don't think it's okay to just like destroy like a human being. I texted my cousin. I told him like, oh, I really want a baby shower. I wish I could have one. And then he told me like, your parents are planning on giving you a baby shower. And I was like actually really happy to hear that, but then at the same time I was like shocked, because I didn't think my family were going to support me to the point they would do me a baby shower. The baby shower came, and my boyfriend came down here, because at that time he was living in California. So So we started to plan about our baby shower and how we wanted it, how we were gonna give the invitations out, and what colors and decorations. I did all the invitations and my family helped me out with the decorations. The next day my boyfriend came over and he helped me organize the baby's closet. We used an extra closet that we have around the kitchen. It was like, it's really empty and it's kind of big, so it was like useful. So we used it, and then we put like the clothes, the shoes. We got so many stuff. I was so happy. Like the baby shower honestly helped so much. 2 months passed and I turned 8 months. Then is it 1 month? I don't know, 2 months or 1 month passed and now I turned 8 months. And at the time my belly wasn't showing that much. Like to school, when school started, I was like about 8 months, I think, or 7, one of those. I would always wear loose shirts because I didn't want people to know that I was pregnant, because at my school there's like a lot of people that talk, you know, just a tight school. Of course they're gonna talk, but I just didn't want them to talk about me. When I started school, I kept my small circle. I didn't really have friends anymore. I just had my 2 main friends, like my 2 best friends mainly, and my boyfriend. I didn't really know anyone else. It was like new people. It's junior year, so it's kind of weird because it's like I'm almost senior. I have to take school seriously now. The last weeks of my 8 months, I started to spot, and if you don't know what spotting means, it's like when you start to bleed little by little. And so we made a doctor's appointment, and we went to the appointment with my boyfriend, of course. He went with us, and we were kind of scared because I didn't know if I was gonna go to labor. I didn't know what that meant. So we went there, and I was 1 centimeter. I think it's centimeter. Like it tells you how wide you are for the baby to come out. You have to be 10 in total. I think I was like 1 or 2. So they told me that, and so we didn't worry that much. We came home, and it was around the afternoon. So me and my boyfriend just hung out for a little bit, and then he had to go home. But then around like 9 p.m. my mom just called me into her room, and she just said like, can you call your boyfriend to spend the night here just in case something goes wrong? He came over. He was about to go to sleep, I remember, and I just slept in my room, and he slept in my little brother's room. And I went to sleep in my room, but then I just needed to go to the restroom. So I went to the restroom, and I kind of saw a wet spot in my shorts. So I didn't know what that meant. So I went to my mom, and I was like, Mom, look, like, what does this mean? And she was like, your water broke, like, go pack your stuff. And I was like, are you sure? Are you serious? She's like, yeah, I'm gonna go get ready. I was like just like running to my boyfriend's room where he was staying at, and I just opened the door, and then he just like, I remember I went in his room and he was like covered already, and I was like, babe, wake up, babe, wake up. He's like, what? I was like, I'm going to labor, like your baby's coming. And then he got up a little bit, and he was like, are you serious? It's not funny. Are you joking? And I'm like, I'm not joking. I went to my mom, I told her, and she said to pack our stuff. I have a video in which he's in my room and I'm in my room, and he's just like, why can't this be in the morning? Why does it have to be right now? And I was just like, oh my gosh, like your baby's coming, like be excited.
Just tell you. I can't be in the daytime. Oh my God.
And then we just packed our stuff. We went to the hospital, and they, you know, put me in the bed. They checked me, and they said that I was about 6 centimeters. So I was like close to giving labor. They transferred me to another room, and they just checked me again that night, and they said that I was 10 centimeters. And if I wanted to go to labor, if I was ready. And I was just like, can we wait for my mom? Because at that time, my mom wasn't there. She went out. I think she went home. So I called her. I was like, Mom, I'm going to labor. Can you please come? So she came, because I didn't want to be there alone. I wanted my mom and my boyfriend to be there. I just remembered that I didn't tell you guys about that. I had really bad contractions. Like before I gave labor, they injected me like a type of liquid or medicine to cause the contractions. So it was like 10 times worse. It was like really bad. I was crying so much. I waited 2 hours to take the epidural. Is that how you say it? You guys know what I'm talking about. I waited 2 hours for that, and then I was like, I can't take this no more. Just give it to me. So they gave it to me. I felt way better. It was such a relief. So then that's when they said I was 10 centimeters, and I called my mom. She came. They had me lay down, like all the way. I think it was all the way. No, it wasn't all the way, because they had you kind of sit down so you can be push against your stomach, because my stomach was like dying. You had to push for the baby to come out. So yeah, I pushed about 10 or 7 times. I don't know, but I don't think I pushed so many times. The baby came out real quick. I'm going to be filming in my room because my family and my little brothers are in the living room making noise. So I decided to come in my room where it's quiet. After I pushed, they let me carry the baby. I was still laying down, but they laid him on my chest, and he was purple and wrinkly. It was so cute. I looked over at my boyfriend. He was emotional. I looked over at my mom, and she was over there just recording everyone, recording me, me crying. The mommy life is not bad at all. Like, I enjoy it. I honestly love it. I never thought I would actually love it. Like, but knowing you have a baby of your own with the guy you love, like really love and always wanted to spend your life with, it's amazing. To make it clear, I'm not doing this video for attention, and I'm not saying that it's okay to get pregnant at a young age. It's not, but things happen for a reason. This is it for this video, and I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you guys did, please give us a thumbs up, make sure you subscribe, and we'll see you guys next time.